Let's do this.
I need to just get the new friggin' cups.
I should just buy one.
Or that. Tuck that shit in.
Boo.
Boo. I got nothing to come back at that with. Not even a first word, and he fits in. This is perfect.
Great. Yeah, can you turn me up a little bit?
Yeah.
Are you sure that's me?
Positive.
Because it didn't get louder.
Unless you guys swapped headphones. Yeah.
No, I probably did get
he's
louder.
4. Yeah.
It sounds better.
I'm 1.
Yes. Do you need louder too?
Oh, you're special.
I'm number 1. No, actually, mine's maybe a little too loud.
Oh, I can tweak it back down.
Mine's a little too low.
Maybe you're deaf.
God, you're deaf. That was good. Leave it alone.
Leave it?
Yeah, I'm definitely deaf.
I think
Okay.
mine's still probably a skosh loud.
Okay.
See, I think you'd be turned up. I think your voice is soothing.
Me too.
He's got a voice for radio.
And a face for radio.
The first time I heard that, I'm like, what did...
See, I was going to do a face for porn, and
Well,
There's a category for everybody out there.
you'd never see that because, well, we can't go into that. It's on the OnlyFans.
More information on that, turn into darylsdildos.com.
Where you can find the link? Sure. I'll get a percentage.
Did you post that on Facebook yet?
What, Daryl's Dildos?
Yeah.
No, that's not part of my marketing plan this year.
I'm disappointed. I was very heavily invested in Daryl's Dildos. I was hoping to get my return.
It'll come one day.
I was wondering what the
60%.
Wow, I know.
6 inches of it.
I was wondering what
It
the
will come
crypto
one day.
version was going to be of it.
12 inches, man. 6 in your mouth, 6 in your ass.
Wow.
Damn.
We haven't even started drinking. All right, let's get the show on the road. Let's go.
Wait, don't turn the channel. You've tuned into High Gravity.
The show where we talk about beer, brewing, and bullshit.
Where the only thing we take seriously is the next round.
So grab a glass.
Fill it with something cold.
And enjoy the show.
Johnny's recording this.
Oh, yeah, we already know.
I said I was.
Liar.
Terrible. Well, what are we drinking?
Beer.
I'm out.
And Johnny brought a guest, too.
I did, yeah. This is Matt.
Hi, Matt.
He's a local. He's a Mug Club member here as well.
What, here at the brewery?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never met him before.
First time for everything, I suppose. So you've never had beer before?
No, man. What is beer?
Well, today's going to be a real eventful day for you.
Liquid gold.
Yes.
Sometimes it's not.
Yeah, we'll see today.
Sometimes it's brown. Well, which one are we drinking? I see several.
Well, so these are ones Matt brought. I'm going to throw him to the wind and say, tell us what you brought.
Well, let's see. We got Dark Horse. We got Rain in Blood. And we got, what is that? Sapient Trip. And then Raspberry Ale.
Ooh, Belgian style triple. Fuck yeah.
Let's start with that one.
I was going to say, let's start with something lighter, like the ale.
Nope. I'm opening
Right to
the
the
triple.
Belgian triple. All right.
So we'll go to Jim for the can description.
Mostly because I'm not
figured you'd
typically a
love the
triple
art
guy
here.
or a quad, but we'll see. The art is really cool. It's got like a hooded reaper of sorts, but instead of a scythe, he's got a mailbox.
The hell?
There's letters everywhere. I mean, the color's really cool and everything, and there's a lot of mailboxes. Sapient Trip, Belgian triple. I don't understand the mailbox reference,
Me neither.
but creamy notes of mild fruit, smooth. Brewed with traditional Trappist yeast strain. So, fancy. They went all out. 9.5%, 32 IBUs, and let's see. We brew this triple with Trappist yeast strain to hold true to the traditional style. The flavors are incredibly complex with notes of mild fruit that finish with just a slight note of clove. Gross. Although this beer has a slightly higher ABV, you will find it finishes very smooth and dry on the palate. This makes for a perfect summer sipper. Well, since it's the middle of summer,
Oh, yeah.
You know, it sounds like you're really trying to sell this.
Well, hey, it's got pairings, so I hope you guys brought pairings. Did you guys?
Figs.
Dates involved.
Yeah,
with this
did you
one?
guys bring dates with bacon
I was
and
saying
what was it,
bacon
goat?
wrap.
It is
Bacon wrap dates with goat cheese.
pairs well with a backyard barbecue, smoked sausage, peach cobbler, and brie.
Ooh, I have brie in the back.
Go grab some brie.
You'd have to unchain her to bring her out, though.
Oh,
Anyway, I was wondering if that's where that was going. I guess let's try it. I opened it.
I heard that.
It smells nice. Pass the Dutchie to the left.
In case you were wondering, this is the very first episode and the
Pass that
first
back
beer.
to you, sir.
And I'm very, very tired.
First of 2025. It is, in fact, the new year now.
Oh, Happy New Year.
Yes, indeed. And to you as well, sir.
For those of us that are listening to this in like March,
Oh, this will be in January. This will actually be I think the third drop for January. I guess, sir.
smells a little sweet.
It's got that Belgian note to it, or nose to it.
It smells like beer. I don't really have a lot of scent notes.
You partied too hard last night.
I might have.
definitely has a fruity smell to it.
Yeah, it's got that clove hit in the taste for sure.
Yep.
I can see what they mean by fruit. It's very undescript fruit.
I could drink a lot
But
of this.
fruit.
I like this a lot.
Can't quite put your finger on what fruit it is.
Yeah, but it is a fruit.
Well, it's definitely not banana.
No, it is
Like
not.
an ester, they call that, isn't it? When it's fruity.
You're an ester.
I don't remember the words. I have
Got
the
'em.
cheat sheet somewhere over here.
Man, I was waiting for that one.
No, I'm not a fan of the back end taste on it though. I drink Belgians, I like them, but it has like
That's a clove.
Yeah, I was definitely saying it's clove.
I don't
Probably
like
not
clove.
I
It's
don't either.
up front. It's not bad. I don't mind it. But yeah, I'm kind of with Daryl on this. Like the longer it sits on my palate, like the less I enjoy it. I don't know. It's that very like typical like triple quad kind of flavor. It almost has like a barley wine aftertaste.
Yeah, that's about right.
I'm not the biggest fan of barley wines either. So
you're not. Since when?
yeah, I might have mentioned it before. Might have also mentioned that I don't
was
really
delicious.
love doubles, triples, or quads, but
Well, so all in all, you just don't like it.
I mean, I don't hate it. If I
It's
ordered,
drinkable.
yeah, if I ordered a glass of
It
this
was.
at a bar, or at the brewery for that matter, like I would finish it. Like,
Oh yeah,
I'm not mad.
I'd get more.
I feel like this one it makes you thirstier. Like you want to drink of water after you drink it.
It did say it's dry. I feel that, like, because now I just had a sip and I'm like, I need another sip, like to wash down that sip I just had.
That's how they get you.
It's ingenious.
That's why they put nuts at the bar.
Well.
Nice and salty.
True story.
The second sip was better than the first. Now, what about a third? Should I? Dare I?
You go to
I
that
think
real quick.
I think they did it in one.
No, I did it in 3 or 4. Yeah, gotta effervesce it a little bit or roll it around on the palate.
Yeah, I mean, I like it the more I drink it. Up front, it almost has like a kind of like a weedy characteristic, like almost like a Hefeweizen kind of characteristic. That like
I can see that. Yeah.
little bit of wheat punch to it. I don't know. Not terrible. And for being what, like 9.5%, that actually kind of surprised me. I thought,
It is 9.5. Doesn't taste like that at all.
no,
That it
Not
does not.
even.
very
Some of
light
those I could
drinker.
get into some danger with.
It's like a light beer.
Yeah, it would definitely get you in a little bit of trouble. It went from like a 2-star up to like maybe a 3.5 for me. Maybe that's
Nice.
See, I remember my first time drinking a very high octane beer. Didn't know it was. After the fourth one, someone was like, "Dude, you better watch out." Yeah.
and then you stand up and all of a sudden you're like,
Oh yeah. No, I went home and just slept.
Nice.
Which beer was it? Do you remember?
It was from Griffin Claw, and it was like a 14%.
Oh, Jesus. 'Cause I remember the first time having Hop Slam and not realizing Hop Slam was like 10.5%. And I wasn't really big into IPAs then. That doesn't change much. But like back then, like that was really a standout. There wasn't as many IPAs, but damn, that thing was. I didn't realize 10.5% beer was like a thing.
Oh yeah, I'll still always come back to those ones that I had at the video shoot. There were 11%ers, and they were giving me tall boys all night. Next time I went there, I ordered a tall, and they're like, "We can't do that in a tall." Like, what do you mean? I had 4 of them last week. Like, oh, someone fucked up.
Yeah.
So where do you think that
drunken
cap
shit.
is for taste versus alcohol content? 'Cause, I mean, we've had the 68%. It tasted like shit.
Rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
And then we've had the Sam Adams one, which was 20-something%,
23,
Utopias.
24. Yep.
which wasn't good, but it wasn't
Wasn't
bad.
boozy necessarily.
Yeah.
I'd say
And
that's an outlier just because of it's the nature of that one. Everything about it is such an outlier.
Well,
in
I
the
guess
spectrum.
if we want to consider more like traditional beers, we've had like 15 and 18%ers that,
we're phenomenal.
yeah. I mean, well, Dark Lord is 15% and it doesn't taste boozy.
That New Holland one that Carol brought, the triple mash one, or was it Dragon's Milk triple mash?
That was 19, wasn't it?
18.
18?
Yeah, that one was fantastic.
Yeah. But that still had like a bourbony note
yeah,
to it.
yeah,
so
that was
like
pretty heavy with that.
And those
like-
are darker beers, too.
Yeah.
When you start looking at a lighter beer,
9.5% is pretty impressive for a lighter beer that doesn't taste boozy.
Yeah.
I'd say probably around 7.5 to 8.5 is probably the range where it's optimal.
Well, it's surprising too because like there's flavor to this beer. Like
Oh,
there's
a lot,
flavors
yeah.
in it, but like it's not a lot. Like as in like it's not overdone like a stout or something where you can mask some of the
That's
booze.
what I like with the Belgian triples. They're powerful. They're malty. You can still get a lot of complexities out of them, and they usually still have a pretty decent percentage to them, which to me seems to help balance a lot of that out.
Yeah, I'm
did it
surprised.
move up to a 4-star for you?
No,
Okay.
it doesn't.
Do we have a little more of that?
I might have to.
I mean, like a little.
Might bump it down to like 3.25.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little. 3. Okay.
And I'm assuming this is out of 5, correct?
I would hope.
7.
7.
It's out of 7.
A 7 scale?
Yeah, 5 out of 7 is a perfect score.
That's how I rate my girls, too.
Anyway, we don't need a CPS called on the podcast. Oh, let's see. The next ones are some fruity Dark Lord beers.
So I have a question to pose for everyone here, real quick
No.
to interrupt you. Okay, never mind.
Well, 42 is the answer.
42.
Oh no, it's a what's
Question of
worse.
life.
It's a what's worse question.
42.
So we all have indoor pets here. Do you guys have indoor pets in the audience?
Yeah.
All right. What's worse when you're trying to get ready to go to sleep? Stepping in warm cat puke, cold cat puke, or as you step in it, realizing as it squished through your toes, it wasn't puke.
You know what? I was excited to have a delicious beer.
And then that came up.
But now you're talking about your cat puking.
Yeah, the answer's nobody.
I'll give you the answer. Throw the cat outside.
Outside.
Done.
Well, Daisy threw up yesterday. It was pretty hilarious.
What?
All the other dogs tried to eat it.
Oh, God.
That's a problem that solves itself.
Yeah, right?
I'm gonna go ahead and shift gears here
Yeah,
because I think that that would be apt. So this one, like I said, these next two are kind of fruity. So we're gonna have a little fruit beer here.
I love raspberry.
Raspberry ale. The can art once again pretty neat. It's got like a bunch of like I don't know, like kind of like American traditional looking like tattoo kind of art on it.
See, it's kind of religious, like all praise the raspberry.
Yeah.
Praise the raspberry.
It's got like some hands with a raspberry and they like have tattoos. There's a little bee, the all-seeing eye, a bunch of shit. Anyway,
So it's a cult
Burgundy
beer.
background,
burgundy.
goldish orange coloring.
Yeah, it's aesthetically pleasing. But raspberry ale from Dark Horse here. It is a fruited wheat ale. The light-bodied, easy-drinking wheat ale has a balance of fresh, ripe raspberries on the nose and a slightly malt finish on the palate. Beer first, fruit second is how we describe this beer. 5%, 10 IBU. Ready for the pairings?
Oh, yes, yes.
All right. You got your brie ready?
Okay.
All right. This pairs well with our beer garden, throwing down a burger, and summer sun. All right, guys. So we have to go to what, Holly, Michigan, and we need to get a burger now, apparently.
Why couldn't they just say, like, pairs well with pretzels?
It feels like cheating.
Pairs well with filet mignon.
Wagyu.
Horse meat.
Oh, we're doing Canadian beers?
Pairs well with horse. Get some IKEA meatballs.
That authentic horse blanket scent.
Yeah, that's, horse-fed horse for that double horsed-in flavor. It doesn't smell overly raspberry-y to me.
It's there. I mean, it's very, very pronounced.
Smells like raspberry syrup to me.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It tastes like raspberry syrup.
Ooh.
It falls. I mean, it's light. It's very, very light to me.
For initially, like, as soon as it hit my tongue, I was like, oh, that's not bad. And then, like, it sits on the palate, and I'm like, yeah.
There's a funk to it.
It's almost got like a carbonation to it.
Yeah.
Like, it tastes like carbonation, or...
Okay, so,
Like a Sprite.
Oh, yeah.
so how about this? This would probably taste better if it was a sour.
What's going on today, man?
Oh, we got a sour there for later.
Boo. I think I understand what Daryl's saying.
I would agree with it, actually. Yeah. This is a sour would be phenomenal.
This beer would taste better if you fucked it up.
I like it, though.
What don't you like?
I've had a few. Not many, but there's been a few.
I think I was there for one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. And you guys still didn't believe it.
I'm still skeptical to this day.
They're few and far between, but there's not many I don't like.
I don't know. I think I like the last one better than this one.
I would agree. I love raspberry, but this just it falls flat. Like it's raspberry, but there's nothing else to it. There's not much body. It just like you're drinking raspberry juice that was carbonated. I'm not complaining. I don't
Just
hate
say
it.
it tastes like a commercial beer that someone squirted raspberry juice in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know raspberry is so hard to do. Like, we've had several raspberry beers, and like,
Still got to get my buddy Corey on here with this, but he hasn't brewed it in forever.
well, it's not raspberry season.
I think it was raspberry wheat was the one he made. Oh my god, that at the time I last had that, it was a few years ago. I had a lot of raspberry wheats up to that point, and I looked at him like, dude, you need to sell this recipe. This is phenomenal. I mean, it hit all the notes that you want in a raspberry wheat beer. It was
So
fantastic.
question, did he sell it?
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
In fact, I think he's selling off his brewing equipment. I don't think he's brewing anymore. I could be wrong on that.
That was
I enjoyed it.
fine, I guess.
You wouldn't throw it out.
I
but
mean,
you wouldn't want another.
no.
I'm surprised I even drank that much.
Oh, we don't have the Johnny cup to dump the leftover beer in
I
today.
think that's why Daryl gave me the tall one today. I mean, if there's more, I'll drink more. Does
So
anybody
you-
else want any?
You really haven't had a beer that you didn't like?
Oh, I've had quite a few that I don't
Quite a
like.
few.
actually,
I say
yeah.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try to find you a beer.
Oh, almost any
just-
Budweiser.
The next beer he serves you, he's going to piss in it first.
Yeah.
This beer is so good.
He even drinks the beers that have gone really bad.
Only a couple.
Make it a very pale ale.
I've had a few. I've had a few of the bad ones though that I've even dumped. I still have one of the two that you found in the bottom back of your closet the other day.
Oh,
The
that
ESB one I drank. The other one was fine. That one was a stout that had just kind of fallen off. The other one I haven't opened yet. That's still in the fridge.
that ESB.
Yeah.
I don't even know where that came from. It
That
just showed up
one
in
I'm a
my-
little nervous to, only because it's a lighter colored bottle. So there's a
yeah.
chance it'll get dumped.
Well, I think
We'll find out.
that was when I bought all those 2013 Blakecorn Unidragons, those clown shoes. The guy threw in a couple of extra things. He's like, "Oh, you like old beer?" Well, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah, that was. I can't remember where that place was. It was by my friend's old apartment. He's like, "Oh, we got this really good bottle shop," and they were really good. They had a lot of selection, but a lot of things that had just been sitting there for years.
Yeah.
I think that was on my way home from like my second or third Dark Lord day, so it was a
Did you want
while
more
ago.
of that one, or? Did you want more?
All
I
right,
mean, if there is any,
so
Johnny will finish it off.
on to the third Dark Horse here. This one, I've had this one before. I've had the raspberry ale before too, I guess,
I
but
feel sacrilegious drinking this one on a Sunday, though.
this one's cool. It's black can with like orange artwork. It's got like pentagrams and goats and shit on it, and very Slayer-esque if you for those Slayer fans out there, because it's called Rain and Blood from a Lacerated Sky.
I'm hoping when you crack it open, it's red.
Well, we're gonna see. I remember when
Just carbonated blood.
Summer Beer Festival a couple years ago, when Dark Horse showed up, they had these like fruit infuser things. Like they had like 16 taps, and all of them were the same beer that they were running through like these like big like filters filled with like fruit or bacon
Like those hot
or
cannon things or whatever.
it looked like a whole house filter, you know, like the big clear plastic thing, just stuffed with and this one they did their ale through blood oranges. So that was probably the best one. The bacon one was fucking stupid, as bacon beer always is.
Yeah. I've had very few that are like, oh, this is decent.
I've had none.
We've had one or two that were okay.
Bacon beer? We've had bacon beer on here?
Beergasm.
Not bacon direct, but the...
I haven't even drank it yet. How am I supposed to beergasm?
That's what it was called.
Oh, it was a bacon beer?
Those
Yeah.
dessert ones.
It
that
had
were-
Oh, the hipster brunch stout?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that tastes nothing like bacon.
But there were some bacon notes in it.
I mean, it's got bacon on the label. I don't know that it has bacon in it. Does it?
The couple of the descriptions did, because we had like 4 or 5 variations of it. And it all looked like just that little chunk of bacon was like floating in the fermenter or something.
I mean, I would leave it up to Oddside to not make a shitty bacon beer.
Yeah.
But
Those are also all like 11, 12%, 13%ers.
See, I actually like the Oddside beers. One of my
do
favorite
too.
was the Bean Flicker.
yeah, no, Oddside makes good beer.
We've had that on here.
There was a couple more too, and honestly, I can't remember their names. But
I know Daryl was fascinated with the Big Red Cock?
No,
I don't
that's
think that
Brew
was
Vivant.
theirs, but yeah.
That's Hazel's Nuts is the one.
Yeah.
Their brewery is really cool too. Their tap space is really cool. Yeah, they've got a lot of good beer. I like Oddside. We've drank a lot of Oddside on here.
Oh yeah.
We had that praline not too long
That was
ago.
good. This is fantastic.
I was very unimpressed with the praline.
Maybe I am thinking of a different one then.
See, someone added it as an alt beer, but that's not what it was. But it was smoky, spicy, jalapeno, maple syrup, and bacon. That was the beergasm we made. You don't remember that? That was probably 2 years ago, I think.
That's a lot going on in that
We
beer.
haven't been on for 2 years yet. Come on.
Beergasm?
No, he's talking about his beer. He made a beer.
It's called Beergasm 2 years ago.
I thought you said we had it.
It has an
Oh,
untapped
maybe
score of 4.09
Out of how many?
out of 5. Out of 7.
No, how many reviews?
Looks like 14, 15.
Are one of them me?
16. Nope, 16. No, but Johnny Orange did.
He doesn't
I
give beer
rated it.
ratings though.
What did he rate it as?
He doesn't give beers ratings because he doesn't understand how the app works. It's like entirely the point.
No, I just use it to check shit in.
I like to know, like, if I go back and you look at it and I'm like, oh, I hated this beer. I'm not going to drink that again.
Live on the wild side. Take the risk.
It happens a lot. Like, you go to a tap room and you try like 5 or 6 beers, and then like 2 months later you go back and you're like, did I try any of these? Like, were these any good?
I'll tell you what's weird. A bunch of people gave it a 5, and then one person gave it a 3, so it dropped it down.
I think I remember this one.
That son of a bitch.
I wish that app was available back when I first started drinking.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I probably had 500 different beers.
The
and I
app's
can't even
been
remember
around for
long
15
time.
years, 20 years now.
Yeah, because I think
Well,
I've
I
had
didn't know
it for
about
like
it until
10.
like 2 years ago when he showed it to me.
Yeah, I've had it for quite a while.
And hey, man, 15 years ago, I don't even think I had a smartphone. I think I still had a flip phone.
I got my first, it was a flip phone, but it was a Windows Mobile smartphone in 2008. That was my first phone ever.
I had a Sony Ericsson
Oh,
Walkman.
shit.
Walkman.
Well, do you remember when the Windows Phone came out? Like Microsoft held a
Oh, yeah.
funeral for the iPhone.
I remember a little bit about
My
that.
God,
yeah.
three dudes with massive dicks in a row.
Driving by.
Oh, there's a 4th.
You know how massive their dong is when they rev their engine and drive their lifted trucks. You see, you have to have the truck lifted so your giant dick doesn't drag on the ground. That's how I understand it.
Get it caught in the door.
Yeah, you know what a problem to have. And see, that's why I drive a Kia, because I have a small penis.
You know, we're supposed to be listening or drinking this while we're listening to heavy metal.
We can change that.
Jim, we're going to recruit you here.
I'm
So
wearing my See You Next Tuesday shirt.
you said it was Slayer-esque. So
Slayer.
That does seem proper.
I quoted the song.
Yeah.
You know. Now,
I like this one a lot.
I remember when I was a teenager playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City. You know, it's like the one that's kind of in like the 80s or 90s or whatever. And they had a heavy metal station on the radio. And when you're driving the cars around listening to the radio, whenever Slayer's Rain and Blood would come on, no matter what I was doing, I would drive off the road and get on the sidewalk and run over every pedestrian. Because
I thought you were going to say you'd find a hooker.
well, if they were in my way, they're getting run over. Because it's Rain and Blood. From a lacerated sky. Yeah, it's a great song. Slayer. Another fun Slayer fact. There was a picture of one of the Kardashians wearing a Slayer shirt. And so Carrie King, the lead singer of Slayer, at his next concert wore a shirt that says "Kill the Kardashians."
I remember that.
And I was like, I like these guys. I like them more now.
My first ever concert was American Carnage Tour, Slayer, Megadeth, and Anthrax.
Hell yeah,
First
brother.
concert I ever went to. That was fun
sick
as hell.
concert.
Yeah. I only, at the time, I knew a little bit of Slayer and I knew Megadeth. I didn't know anything. It was like one Slayer song that I knew. So unfortunately, most of it was wasted on me.
I've been a
But I love
metalhead
the
since I
Megadeth
was a
stuff.
little kid, and I've never been to a Slayer concert because I'm not a 6'5", 400-pound bald dude, so I'd get wrecked in the pit.
Yeah, we weren't down by the pit. My buddy won tickets on the radio, but he had won something earlier in the week, so handed me the phone and like, congratulations, you won. I'm like, cool, and I didn't know what we won.
And that'd be a sweet concert.
Oh, it was awesome, and they had already had. So his family goes to. Never mind, he hasn't been on the show yet. Their whole family goes to concerts. Like all the brothers, the parents, the uncles, all the friends of the family get in on. They do big groups going to the concerts. So they had already had tickets to this too, but the other pair of tickets was like way better seats. So my buddy and his girlfriend at the time took those, and they got down towards the pit and then got promptly kicked out. Because they just hopped the barrier. They got kicked out of that, back to their seats. But yeah, it was a hell of a good time. I was not prepared for the amount of people smoking though at the time.
God.
That was an interesting.
That's a concert. That's how concerts are.
I didn't know that at the time.
Well, you got to learn.
I learned very quickly.
It's like, how old were you at that time?
Oh God, that was enough that I probably should have known better. But
I think I was like 14 when I started going to concerts. So
Yeah, I was about the same. I actually went and saw Alice Cooper.
nice.
That was my first concert.
That'd have been sweet.
very nice, very nice.
I think mine was probably some like local bands or something like that. But I remember being 16 and going to see Black Dahlia Murder, Cephalic
God.
Carnage, Into the Moat, and Between the Buried and Me.
Nice.
That was fantastic.
We were supposed to go see Aerosmith, but they canceled the tour. I think it was actually yesterday. Was when we were supposed to
bummer.
go.
I remember my brother went to that concert at I think it was at Jesus Christ. Anyway, sorry, distracted by
That was a long time ago.
yeah. Well, he went to see it was Aerosmith and Ted Nugent. But it was at like Comerica or some shit like that when he was a teenager.
Nice.
Holy shit. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted because this car like literally just like blew the stop sign and almost ran over a dude riding a bike.
They could have hit him though.
Yeah, they blew through the stop sign.
That guy's actually banned from here.
Oh,
The guy on the bike.
well,
That's a story for another time.
yeah, interesting. Wow, like they just blew through the stop sign, like seriously.
I've been to a few Uncle Ted concerts. He puts on a good show. The dude is so full of himself, though.
Oh no shit.
But one of my favorite ones, it was twofold. He hung his guitar on an amp and he took his bow and he lit it on fire and went to shoot it and he missed.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of clips of him missing with the
Yeah.
bow, and it's like, nah, Uncle Ted, you're 10 feet away.
Oh yeah, he'd step closer and he hit it the second time.
And it makes you wonder though, because he's obviously hunted his whole life and killed a lot of things, and it's like
I think he's just probably either lit on something or just the adrenaline.
he
from
is
performing,
famously
but-
sober, apparently.
Really? I didn't know that, actually.
No drug. I used to listen to his radio show When I was a kid, he had was it 102.7 The Bear, and looking back on it now, it was very mid-tier, radio hour. But he had a lot of good artists on there and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We had a dog for a short time that came from a litter of his puppies.
Oh no shit.
So,
That's
yeah.
actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, the guy we got him from, I believe the guy's name was Mike, had him as a hunting dog. Beautiful chocolate lab. And the unfortunate story, I'll spare you the details, we got him to rehome him, and he was towards end of life when we got him. And yeah, he was one of Ted Nugent's puppies from one of the litters he had. It's like, that's awesome.
So about this beer,
I liked it.
I don't.
I did not. Tasted like evil.
Yeah,
to me.
it tastes. It doesn't taste like blood orange. It hardly tastes like
evil.
beer.
Oh, I loved it. I mean, if there's more, I'll 3 drops of it.
I'm with you, Jim. I did not like it.
I'm gonna give it one last little shot here.
I say I liked it, but like you said, it doesn't taste like blood orange to me at all either. You know
Oh,
what
I
mean?
taste it. I get it.
I mean,
It's there.
No.
if you didn't tell me it was blood orange, I would have no idea. Like I
like
guess
blood
I
orange. I would've-
get it a little bit, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Nope, needs more blood orange, and that's not gonna make it better.
Grab what's left. I'll take the drippings. We'll go from-
Bet you will.
He loves the drips.
So the first concert I remember going to, someone that worked for me said that he played in this band and he's in a church and they've got this event going on in the basement. I'm like, all right, fine. So I take my girlfriend, who's Tanya, at that time.
Did your
and we're-
wife know about her?
That is my wife, by the way, yeah.
Well, you said girlfriend.
Like at that time was my girlfriend. So anyways, we're all preppy dressed, go to this church park, place is packed, go into the basement, and we didn't realize it was death metal. And we are the only ones wearing color. Everyone else has black to the whole thing. So we stayed there, listened to death metal for the night. Definitely out of place.
That was my entire wardrobe from the age of like 16 to like 28. It was
That's
just
funny.
black
I would
t-shirts.
really be more worried about the people dressed preppy at a death metal than somebody dressed like that way.
Metalheads are notoriously nice, believe it or not. Yeah.
Everyone knew who we were.
You remember SLC Punk?
Yeah.
He had
haven't seen that
the
movie
one
forever.
kid that dressed preppy, but he was like, well, that always was fighting.
The biggest fascist of them all. Yeah, I mean, I've never. When I stopped kind of going to a lot of metal shows, like you would never like fall down in the pit or get punched, and someone wouldn't like help you up or apologize until like they started ruining the pit by acting like ninjas. And they'd like, spin kicking and like, swinging arms and stuff. Like when it was like a push mosh, everyone had respect. You
that
go
was
to
fun.
you go to a Slayer show, like, someone you fall down, someone picks you up. But you started going to like these like newer metal concerts. I guess you'd call it like I don't know. It's kind of like the emergence of like emo and metal and shit like that. Like, yeah, and they were just dickheads.
I've seen posts of it before. You mentioned like metalheads are some of the nicest people. And they're talking about that in the pit, and they're like, yeah, they get everyone involved. And there's a dude in a wheelchair,
Yep.
and they're just moshing him around, and he's loving it.
Yeah, man.
It's awesome.
Metalheads are great people. You
So
know.
to ask the question that we ask everybody, what got you, changing subject a little bit here,
Please do.
what got you into kind of craft beers, getting into this kind of stuff?
Well, growing up in Hickville, everybody drank Busch Light, Bud Light, or Budweiser.
Pretty much.
So I wanted to try something different. Wasn't really into whiskey back then, so I started trying the craft beers because I was like Bud Light out by the time I was 21. Okay, we lived next to Canada. Was drinking at 19 legally.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I started trying some stuff. It started off with Sam Adams. Figured that would be safe. Michigan had a lot of microbreweries back then too, so
And we
try
have
them.
a lot more now.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. No, when I moved back to Michigan, it was like, how many of them are there?
A lot.
I mean, the only thing we had in South Carolina, we had Yingling. I mean, I love me some Yingling.
I do
but,
too,
good
man.
shit.
But there was only a couple places that actually brewed beer there, but it was like a steakhouse.
Huh.
And they only had like 3 beers on tap.
Yeah, the
So-
house blend or
Yeah.
the house
And they
special.
were all steak flavored.
No, actually, one was blueberry, and I actually liked it.
Really?
Yes, they would actually put like frozen blueberries in it too.
Oh, that's smart.
That
Yeah,
is.
I
I'm
like
not a
that.
blueberry guy. I've had a few I like, but I'm,
Now, I got out of it for a while because everything was IPA. And
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of the IPAs just taste the same. It's
flooded
like
the market for so
it's
long.
like, let's try something different, guys.
Yeah.
Like, no more IPAs. I mean, I like an IPA, but when there's one beer company that has 7.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
it's a little much.
Well, look at like Founders, how many IPAs they have. You know, like they got like 600 IPAs, and they're all in stores.
Yeah,
No,
but
yeah.
the only one you should know about is the All Day.
Right. Right.
I like that one. That's a decent one. Yeah.
No, but one of my favorite growing up was Bell's. I found Bell's beer, and I liked that one.
Two Hearted, best beer in America 2 years in a row, right?
Yeah. No, but they had the Oberon, but I guess Bell's doesn't own Oberon. So when I moved back to Michigan and tried it, it was different. I'm like, this is not Oberon.
Really?
Yeah, supposedly the brewer left Bell's, but he owned the actual beer or the recipe himself. So
Actually,
I don't know
haven't
how
had it
much
in a
truth
while, but
there is to that.
that intrigues me.
Yeah, I never liked Oberon, so I haven't had it in years. It tastes like soap.
I don't get the soap, but I like it.
I think it's a gene thing, the coriander.
Oh,
I would say you probably don't like
Cilantro?
Cilantro, yeah.
You know what's weird is
love
I'm
cilantro.
kind of like cilantro ambivalent. Like unless you put a lot of it on something, I don't even taste it.
There you go.
But if you put a lot of it on there, then it's like, oh, there's cilantro on this, and I don't mind that so much. But the coriander seed, I think they just something about it. Like they must use more, because I've had tons of coriander beers. I've brewed beers with coriander, and like they've all been good. Like was it from Griffin Claw, Mr. Blue Sky?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that one's got coriander in it, and that's a good beer. It doesn't taste as soapy as Oberon.
It's kind of like a it's an orange wheat style.
Yeah,
Just like can't even think of it.
good
right
boat
now.
beer.
Yeah, there you
Good
go.
for drinking out on the boat. Yeah, it was very refreshing.
Well, we got one more here. We want to crack into that one.
No,
I'm with you.
What's everyone's hesitation on this? I must have missed what it is.
I'm not in the mood to drink a sour ale.
Salt in the
I'm always in the mood for a sour.
Daryl's favorite style sours, and me and Johnny have to like discourage him from bringing sours on every episode.
All the time.
Like,
Especially the cherry sours.
oh my god, seriously,
Well,
like
you
he's
love
got
the
like
sours,
1,000 of them.
I love bad beer.
You know, I'm sure like beer way back in the day, like, you know, kind of like the invention of beer, like pretty much every beer was probably sour. And then
It would have had to at some point when it got contaminated. Not always, but
Traditionally, like beers were like super, super light back in the day, though.
because they didn't have
Yeah, it
like
was
refined
safer than
yeast.
drinking
I was say because they only
Extremely
brewed them
hoppy.
for like
Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah.
But like everything was like wild yeast.
Yeah.
You know, and then you've got like lambics, and like now lambics, we still make them and they're still sour. But I wonder at what point we transitioned from like not boiling our beer and not having safe yeast. Like what point in history did we go from just making beer that it's like, well, yeast is magic. We don't know what makes it beer. We just boil the grains in beer.
when did they add yeast to the purity laws for Germany? Because before that, yeast wasn't involved. It was just magic.
I think it was like the 1800s.
was
It
it,
was
yeah.
like the early 1800s, something, I think.
It had to have been around then.
No, I think
the
they just bathed in the
Reinheitsgebot.
water.
Yeah.
That's the German beer purity law.
That's where the yeast came from. They bathed in the water.
You know?
We've talked about that.
Was it Amaranth? That was
Yeah.
her name.
Yeah. You know,
He knows what I'm talking about. This guy's been on the internet.
I'm faced with challenges of finding hard to find beers, and I have not brought myself to look for that one yet.
Don't.
Because I'm afraid if I find it,
I haven't found it on the internet. I just heard it come out of your mouth before
Yep.
in detail.
Yep. I think we talked about it like a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
I thought we had
You
tried
thought
it.
we
but,
had it, yeah.
but then I realized that we didn't, that we had just talked about it.
yeah.
So anyway, about this beer that like I am super hype about. The artwork's cool. Like it's like looks like almost like painted art, but it's got like a zombie's face melting, and this is called Salt on the PRRRT. It's PRRRT. That's too many F's. You need more R's in there. Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like this. Like
It looks like a fart, is what it looks like.
Sounds like when you rip ass.
But this is a margarita slushy style sour. I'm imagining it's going to be kind of like a goze or a goza,
Limey. Yeah.
because margarita and salted.
Something tells me I'm going to be drinking a lot of this can.
I like the way they like their like flavor notes or like the ingredients. They label it under gimmicks. The gimmicks of this beer is strawberry lime margarita slushy.
Interesting.
I like all those words.
You lost me at strawberry though. I got a big thing against like strawberry flavors and things because it's usually fake strawberry, and I can't stand it.
Nope, this one used real strawberries.
Yeah, we'll see.
You'll find the seeds in it.
Yeah, yep.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Attention, contains a significant amount of fruit. Please keep cold at all times. Separation is normal. Give can a gentle roll or two before opening. I'm not doing that.
I say maybe you should.
Well, you got to figure it's sealed in a can under CO2. So,
It's
like,
fine, unless there's oxygen or something in it.
yeah.
It won't hurt it in that respect. It'll just someone's gonna be chewing what's in the bottom of their
But if
mouth.
it's real fruit, it could get a funk taste to it.
Yeah,
All right, so this
Like
is
sour.
kind of sour.
this is from Drekker Brewing in Fargo, North Dakota. All right.
Fargo, is that where the movie was?
There was a movie.
Was that
from
North
there.
Dakota?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fargo TV show.
Or was it North
movie.
Dakota or Minnesota?
I don't remember. That's why I asked.
Oh,
If Fargo,
think it
where
was
near
Minnesota.
stop?
Fargo, what?
Near stop.
Yeah.
hey, look, he's drinking Margaritaville.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Hell yeah.
It actually smells really good.
Excuse me.
All right.
Ooh.
It looks kind of cool, actually.
It's very pink. It's very like strawberry-esque. It smells really good.
I guess it.
Like a sour strawberry candy.
It does smell really good.
It
You are
does.
right.
Yeah.
It smells like a sour candy.
It smells like, oh my. That's a lot of words.
That's 4 letters, 2
I was
words.
just gonna say.
If you draw out the O longer, maybe we can add some.
Ooh my.
Anyone else here, George Takai?
George Takai.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
That's actually pretty good.
It's more tart than sour.
Yeah, it is. It's like a tart candy.
I'm okay with tart.
It does remind. It's like a melted margarita. Like if you had like a slushy margarita that you
Where-
let melt.
yes.
I think that's what it tastes like.
I like this.
You need to talk shit about beers more often.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. Lower your expectations. Yeah, I was. This is actually really good. It doesn't taste like beer
It
at
tastes
all.
like a lighter version of some of those small verines that we were having. Those are transients, if I remember.
It does taste like
Yeah, just a lighter, not as dense version of one of those.
I get like almost like a little bit of coconut. It's like a tropicalness to it. It's
I get
definitely
like a lime.
No, I'm good.
Oh, there's definitely lime. The tartness comes across just
Yeah.
like lime juice almost. Huh, that's actually pretty tasty.
I'll definitely drink more if no one wants.
You know what?
more.
That's what mostly
really
tastes like is lime juice.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that you say it.
And I'm not a big lime guy, but the lime works well with
there?
this. With
Yeah, I
the
definitely like the
strawberry.
lime, and you can taste the strawberry. It's like lime strawberry.
Very. It very much reminds me of a margarita.
That was much better than I thought.
Matt,
No,
Daryl,
I'm good.
Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got plenty of drinking to do later.
The next beer I want to try and make that's unique and different is a mint julep beer.
A mint.
I don't even know how I'm going to do that yet. I
right.
started working on it this week.
So all joking aside, that does look like seeds. no bullshit. That
It's
looks
a
like
seeded
seeds.
beer.
You know, it doesn't even say it has seeds in it. The last one we had that we were looking at said it had gold flakes in it, and we couldn't
Yeah,
find
that
any
one was
gold flakes at all.
bullshit.
Yeah,
That
the
one's
gold
bullshit.
melted. What the mint julep is bourbon and mint?
Bourbon and
Muddled
yeah.
mint. Yeah, something like that. I don't remember what
So I had
else.
to do like some barrel aged
Oh,
oak
so yeah, you could-
something.
Do like a barrel aged
Bourbon.
mint beer. That'd be interesting.
That would be. I don't know if that would hold up.
Did you even make your peppermint beer this year?
Yeah, it's already gone.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It went fast.
I say Ashley likes that stuff.
Yeah, I don't think I even got any of that.
Me neither.
I had one. And I got a weird look because I don't like the peppermint stuff on the rim. So I said just put it in the bottom and
So
fill
you
it.
don't like getting rimmed.
Yeah,
No.
you gotta get rimmed.
He knows a thing or two because he's seen a thing or two.
We're professional rimmers here at Starcraft Brewery.
I'll take your word for it.
There's a picture of it on the right above the
I don't
bar.
think it's a rumor.
No, I can't make that.
There's
joke.
videos.
It's very well rimmed. Sky's rim belongs to the Nords. Remember that.
Sure. I know that's from something, but I don't know what.
Skyrim,
All right, not what I was thinking.
Elder Scrolls 5.
So I don't think any of these beers are bad, but none of them were wow. I want this one again.
I'm most surprised by this because this was probably
That's
the
'cause
best
we talked
beer.
shit about it for so
Yeah,
long.
this definitely surprised me.
I think it's
better.
I
Probably
think
the tastiest.
the Rain in Blood, the Blood Orange, was still my favorite.
And that's probably one of my least.
Followed by the triple. That and the triple are for me are tied for the first of what we just had.
Yeah, I think I like the Sapient.
Yeah, that one was good.
Honestly, I actually have had it before, but it was warm.
Oh,
It wasn't bad warm, but
yeah,
it tastes a little better cooler.
Everything's better cold. Yeah,
Yeah, this was good. I like the apparently it's the fart. I don't know.
Oh, is that what it is?
I don't get it.
Something like that. I don't know. It's got a QR code. Want to scan it?
Danger.
just gets Rick rolled off a beer can.
That would be amazing.
That would be awesome. Did you ever see the guy that he did like not a fireworks show, but where they're doing drones instead? But he did a QR code, and he
With
rickrolled-
drones?
Yeah, and he rickrolled the whole town, and it was such a big deal. So the next year they hired him again.
That's kind of awesome, to be honest with you.
He did it again.
That's the point of the joke.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Never going to give it up.
No,
Well, Johnny, we're out of beer. What do we do?
I don't know. Who are we gonna call?
Is there a beer guy who delivers the beer?
What did you do to your laptop?
You don't want
Bro,
to know.
that's been falling apart for a while.
I've never even noticed that.
Oh yeah,
Have you seen
Keeps
that?
getting
What?
It's like all cracked and broken. Sorry, but just like
So much porn, it started to melt and crack.
Yep. That's a problem, I hear.
friction burns dried the plastic.
Well, I think you need a better
and
cooling
I touched
system.
it.
Well, at least you didn't lick it.
Yet. He
it's-
might still.
So tempting.
one of the it fell and hit a corner at one point in time, and it just progressively has.
Wow.
This I got this thing in 2011, man. It's due for replacement.
It's a pretty big laptop.
Yeah.
oh yeah. I like it though.
Technology has changed. I mean, laptops are smaller than your screen now.
Yeah, I think I've had
I
a
don't want
desktop smaller.
I don't want smaller, man. I don't do like that friggin' Mac Air. No, I would break.
I always
that.
thought that was the dumbest shit because
agree.
like there's no room for peripherals and shit.
No.
It's like what do you use your laptop for? Like just get a fucking tablet, bro.
Oh yeah, at that point.
That's why I have a
absolutely,
tablet. I
Yeah.
don't use a computer.
I mean, I use my computer for gaming, so that's why I have a desktop.
Yeah,
this-
that makes sense. Then.
This was gaming. I've only ever used it. I think the most games I've played is solitaire on this. But I had this for school for 3D, running the Maya software, anything Adobe, video, photo, graphics, audio, clearly. And yeah, I mean, I love it. It's had 3 sets of hard drives. It replaced all the RAM.
Nope, it's time
it's on
to
a
it's
third
time to
set
let
hard
the
drive.
old girl go.
Yeah,
Take her out to pasture.
I was forced into the Windows 10 upgrade, so it will not handle 11. I know that much. So I'll have to concede and get something new. I loved 7, man. That's what I had on it, but was forced into 10.
I
Hate it.
yeah,
Whatever.
it's all the same to me.
Yeah.
I've got 11 on my work laptop, and I don't even notice the difference anymore, except for the start menus in the center. Weird.
Yeah, I don't like that. You can change that.
I know. I don't. I don't care.
Well, I suppose that means we're going to draw this into a close. So I'm going to thank you, Mr. Matt, for joining us, bringing
Thank
some
you for having
wonderful
me.
beer. So I had a good time. Hopefully, we can get you back at some point in time.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, be fun.
I'll go find some new beers. Something I
man.
haven't tried. And I'll make sure it's disgusting.
Only sours.
Cherry
for Daryl.
sours for Daryl.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
How about a dark sour? I don't know if we can even make that.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, there's dark sours.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it just sounds gross.
You guys aren't going to say goodbye or thank him for
Bye.
What the hell?
Bye. Glad you made it.
Fucking
Thanks for
rude.
listening. Thanks for having me.
If you didn't learn anything today, at least remember this. Beer's the answer that makes everything better.
Can't remember the question, but who cares when you have a cold one in your hand?
Remember, everybody, drink responsibly, drink high gravity.
Most importantly, drink well.
Okay, not the well. Life's too short for bad beer.
Stay frothy, my friends.